just underway. The quick goal by Misioli of Edgewood, Rhode Island. Makes it 1-0 Edgewood as we're just underway in this one. 27 seconds into the game. Had some equipment problems. Now we're ready to go. This is Mark Braun. Glad to have you with us. Metro Chicago Sports Network. Izzo. Out to the point. DeMeadow bombed it wide. Davidson back around to the near side. Bouchard for Edgewood, Rhode Island. Out to the point, Lutz. Bump, he got bumped. Lutz has it. To the near side. Rolls to the corner. Bouchard, center. Daverman touched it. Out comes Davidson. To the far side, dodge Daverman. Centered. There's the cranker. Near side. Hassan, back behind the net. Hassan centered. Ran into traffic. Blonsky. Now back to the near side. And cleared. That will be icing, and it is icing against Edgewood. And the face-off coming up on the near side. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Glad to have you with us. And the face-off coming up. The draw, right in, shot, and the save, and held on. And we'll do it all over again. Robertson got the shot away and the save. Now the face-off brought to the near side and out to the high slot, held in the zone by Blonsky, over to the far corner. Bit out ahead. Held in the zone. Wrapped around to the near side. Taken to the far side, they'll set it up. And cleared. Deep behind the goal line, over down that far side. There's the puck coming over here to the near side. And up ahead. Into the zone. Back behind the goal. Battled for there. Sent to the far side. And now the big cranker, and that boomed wide. Best. Dan Best back behind the net. Sent to the far side, McHugh. Held in by McElroy. In deep now, Katz. Jordy Katz has it. Katz ahead to Best. Give and go play back for Lutz. Lutz brings it up the ice. Lutz with a big boomer high. Just over the crossbar. Justin Shaw out to Lutz. Popped free by Miccioli. Katz back in the zone. Nickel to the near side. Best cranks it. The pad save. Shaw out ahead. Nickel at the point. Held in deep to the corner. McHugh right into the slot. Best shot it and up off the deflection up onto the net. They'll say it was a Winnetka stick that dumped it out. Move it outside the zone. The Seneca Warriors and the Edgewood Rhode Island Hawks. Passing into the zone. There's the shot, the save off the glass. Daverman. Bouchard, near side. Cleared ahead. That's busted up. Lump takes the shot, ran into traffic. Flipped ahead. Bouncing back behind the net. Brought to the near side. Centering attempt. That was busted up. Over skated by Bouchard. DeMetto. Center right in front. Lump, and that was knocked down by Bouchard out to center ice. Poe. Now into the zone. Shot to goal! Chris DePalma with the goal. Chris DePalma puts it in, and it's 2-0. Edgewood. DePalma with the goal. Ike Robertson kicks it ahead. Robertson on the far side. Deep to the corner. Fed up ahead. Gavin into the zone with the shot. That's wide. Over to the far side. Valiette. Up ahead. Blonsky to Robertson. Robertson to Millard. Justin Millard into the zone. Drop past it for Robertson. And then in turn taken away by Rhode Island. The pass ahead for Palumbo. He dumped it into the zone. Back behind the goal line. Nickel to the near side. Up ahead, Nickel avoided the check. Miccioli cleared to the near side and out to center ice. Beatty tried to get it into the zone, now near side. Mangilia. Mangilia avoided the check. Mangilia into the zone. Miccioli. The shot ran into Nickel right away. Far side Valiette up ahead for Lutz. McElroy give and go. And Miccioli shot to save. Valiette out to the point. Mangilia ahead for McHugh. McHugh into the zone. 2-on-1 break. Tried to find Bess. Now McHugh up for Lutz. In deep, back behind the goal line. To the near side. Bess. Bess to McHugh. Miccioli, far side. Beatty up ahead from McElroy. Held in the zone by Katz. Into the slot. McHugh drop past him for Bess. Bess with the cranker. The save and held on. Brian Marcello with the save on the shot. The face-off to the near side. Passon has it out at the point. Passon tried to dump it in. Give and go play. Over to the far side. Katz. And he got it into the zone. Back behind the net. Bounce it around a little bit. Out to Passon. His shot. That's wide. Save. Second shot. And just shoveled wide by McHugh. Out Passon tries to keep it in the zone. McHugh at the red line. Down everybody goes. The puck pops free. Lutz, the Katz, McHugh. Shaw. Near side, Passon to Bess. Give and go, gave it up. I don't know what that pass was intended for. Puck sits there. Pop free, there was a loose stick. Near side and cleared out to center ice. Dumped back in by Edgewood, back behind the net. Passing, fed it to the far side. Shaw, up ahead, Daverman. Daverman into the zone with Shaw. Daverman with Justin Shaw to the corner. Turn around, the shot, the save, and held on. The shot by Jeff Davidson. .6:44 to play here in the period. The face-off to the back door, Daverman in, shoot, save, rebound, goal! Roger Lump puts it home, and it's 2-1. Shot, the save. Wrapped around near side, Daverman. Davidson. Daverman. There's the shot. Puck bounces around a little bit. Near side. And on that far side, Daverman. Up ahead, Lump. Lump tried for the wraparound off the side of the net. Daverman. Dodged Daverman, centered it, cleared out ahead, and here comes Sean McElroy the other way for Edgewood. McElroy into the zone, drop, heads into Misioli, takes the cranker, and that boomed wide. Misioli shot, the save. Second attempt, in. No. Never went in. Underneath Nagelberg. Mark Johnson. No goal. I don't think it ever went in. Side out. There's the shot from the point, the save. Millard to the far side, and Blonsky through the slot, near side. David Blonsky never put his stick down for the puck. Bouchard on ahead, and Balliet, and he mishandled it a little bit. Bouchard into the zone, now over to the far side. David Blonsky. And cleared through the posts out to center ice. Beatty to the near side, now passing for Winnetka. Millard. Lutz got it caught up in his skates and dumped down by Bouchard, and that'll be icing against Edgewood. We missed our standard announcement at the beginning of the game. This broadcast brought to you under broadcasting rights granted by the Metro Chicago Sports Network, solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any rebroadcast or the use of descriptions and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Metro Chicago Sports Network, including duplications of tapes, is an infringement of the copyright and strictly prohibited. Your announcer is an independent producer of these games and solely responsible for its content. This game pre-recorded for presentation at this time. As Lutz took the shot, a backhander up high, and the save by Brian Marcello. Now the face-off. Out high, 2-on-1 break, 2-on-2 break for Edgewood into the zone. Gavin goes to the corner with Nickel. And Will Nickel dumps it along the boards to the near side. Here's Winnetka on the breakout. Dan Bess up ahead for Lutz. And the whistle, and I got a penalty coming up. minor for interference on Tony Palumbo. Palumbo, a minor for interference. Palumbo, a minor for interference of 4:26. The draw is dumped into the zone and cleared. Nagelberg left it back behind the net to the far side, passing. McHugh ahead for Lutz. Amicioli busted it up. McElroy dumps it down. Dan Bass up ahead. Amicioli turns around and dumps it in deep again. And cleared out, passing to the far side. Mike McHugh. McHugh into the zone. Lutz. Lutz cranks and the save. Mangielli clears. Matt passing off the boards up ahead for Lutz. Bouchard nearly got a hold of it. Passing to the near side. Dan Bess. Bess up ahead for McHugh. Drop pass for Lutz. There's the shot. That's high and wide to the far side. Near side, Lutz has it. Back behind the goal line. Give and go play, and that was busted up nicely by Shaw. Cleared out to the point. Ho holds it into the zone. And now off Shaw and out to center ice. The Warriors to the near side. Nickel. Nickel dumps it into the zone. Back behind the net over to the far side. Mangilia to Shaw. And Shaw clears. 20 seconds now left on the minor. 2:40 plus change left to play in the period. Cleared out ahead. Here's Roger Lump. Lump into the zone. Lump dropped past it. Nobody there. Cleared out to center ice. And back down. Nagelberg had to make the save as it dribbled towards him. Nicole over to the far side. Nickel fed it up ahead. Belliette underneath Lump and out to center ice. Dump back in to lay offside. Tag up by Edgewood. Back behind the goal. Brought out up ahead to the near side. Davidson. Davidson ran through all the traffic. Picked up by De Palma. And now Belliette to Daverman. Daverman, and he had his pocket pick. Palumbo back the other way. Tony Palumbo to the corner with it. Palumbo looks to center it. Instead, Winnetka pulls it away. Here's Will Nickel. Nickel into the zone. Heavy check along the boards there. Now Davidson wrapped it back behind the net. Lump. Back over to Davidson. Back door. Nobody there. Backhand shot by Davidson. Grabbed and held on. One minute, 34 seconds to play here in the period. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Coverage of the Peewee National Championship all the way down the network line. Camera tonight and post-production facilities from Post Newsweek Cable Highland Park. At the camera, John Wilson. Angelia. Now to the slot, turns out to be a shot on goal, and the net moves. But the shot and the save by Marcello. Saved by Marcello. The shot not taken by him. Give and go play back the other way. Here's Amicioli. Near side offside against Edgewood. As I say with my oxymorons, feet in the cookie jar, offside. Amicioli back to Bouchard. Near side up ahead. Renai got it into the zone and right back out. McElroy. Amicioli didn't know where the puck was. Now picked away. Here comes Ike Robertson. Robertson ahead to Justin Millard. Millard over to the far side. McElroy. Passing. Fed it over to the far side off Blonsky. Robertson, Millard. Millard couldn't get it in the zone, now dumped in the zone to lay offside, and the Warriors tagged up. Mangilia dumps it in. There's the shot and the save. In deep, wrapped around to the near side. Miccioli, shot and the save as Nagelberg was down, but managed to get, I think, his helmet in the way of that one. Has Bess ahead for McHugh, over to the far side now. Ho up ahead for McHugh. Right into the referee Johnson. McHugh dumps it in. There's Bouchard is down and injured behind the play. And the whistle stops it. 6 seconds left to play in the period. And Adam Bouchard of Edgewood down and injured. While we have a timeout, we'll take a timeout. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Injury timeout. Adam Bouchard, the injured player from Edgewood. Now the face-off. And that'll do it for the period. Drop pass, a quick shot, the save, and the horn sounds. At the end of the first period of play, the score is Edgewood, Rhode Island 2, and the Winnetka Warriors 1. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network, and we'll be back with more action in just a moment. And we're ready for the second period of tonight's action between Winnetka and Edgewood. Edgewood. Me. Yes, the voice is fading fast. Shaw, near side of Miccioli. Lutz, back into the zone to lay offside. Shaw, into the zone. Justin Shaw, centered. Pop free by Winnetka. Up ahead. Now picked up by Edgewood. Valiette fed it back to the blue line. The game of catch between the blue lines. There's the big cranker now in the save. De Palma got it away. Chris De Palma from Edgewood. Pop free. Passing back behind the net, around to the near side. McHugh. Centered, swipe to the corner. Out to Shaw. The long shot, the save by Nagelberg. Out ahead for Daverman. Daverman, Lutz, the pass was underlet for him. Daverman dumps it into the zone. Shaw. Valiette to the far side. Passing. Daverman. Dodge Daverman ahead for Blonsky into the zone. They go to the corner. Will Nickel. Turnaround shot high and wide. There's a short shot. Save. Out to the point. And outside the zone, Nickel tried to get it in. Now Dodge Daverman does. Edgewood, Rhode Island controls in their own zone. Now picked away. Lump got the shot away. Miccioli. Deflected away from him. Along the boards. Millard. Now here comes Blonsky the other way, one-on-one. Blonsky with the shot, and that's just a little wide. Far side, out to the point, held in. There's the shot, back behind the net, near side, and up into the crowd. We lose a puck, a mad dash I can hear among the kids down in the corner there. Can feel it on the wood bleachers. 12:16 to play in the period. 2-1 the score. offensive legs to the near side boards. The shot moves wide. Millard chases it down for Winnetka. He got bumped. And a push for good measure. And Ty Blonsky. Now we got a penalty coming up. And I believe it's on Blonsky. No. I don't think so. For roughing, Gil Lafort, a minor for roughing. Lafort, a minor for roughing. And another injury down on the ice. 11:56 to play in the period. And while we have a timeout, we'll take a timeout. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Following the injury timeout, ready for the action now. Bouchard around to the near side. Out to Lutz. Lutz with the cranker ran into traffic. And they push it along on the near side. Battled in the corner now. Bouchard, whatever the thing that happened to him, he's all right. He's back on the ice. We got a penalty coming up. Looks to be on Edgewood. Another penalty on Edgewood. McHugh, Bess, and now Mangilia and the whistle for boarding. And we'll see what the penalty is here. Minor is 2. Who's it on? I'm not sure here. Minor is on Brent Derrick. Derrick, no. Petty, a minor for boarding back behind the net. Near side, Bess. Out to the point, passing. The shot, the save, and held on. By Brian Marcello. Radman held on. 11 minutes exactly left to play the period. Edgewood, 2 men down. Here's the face-off coming up on that far side. The drop and the draw. Bouchard, Shaw out to the blue line, held in the zone by Passon. Now Lutz in tight, deflection, and now push. McHugh pushed in by Shaw, and the dislodged net. 53 seconds left on the first minor, minute 41 left on the second. 10:49 to play here in the second period. Hope you've enjoyed our broadcast all during the tournament. We'll be here right through to the finals. There's the shot just wide. Bess. Centered. And cleared out ahead Katz. And the whistle. And offside against Winnetka. Offside against Winnetka. And now the face-off, the draw, back to Belliette. Belliette dumps it into the zone. Shaw has it. Shaw ran it up and got one of the rink guys up in the penalty box, one of the guys in the penalty box. In all my 10,000 plus hockey games I've worked, I've only been hit twice with a puck. That includes a lot of that action deep, working in the penalty box area. Amigioli out to the point. There's Nickel with the shot. That boomed high and wide. Mangilia in the corner, out to the point, bounce and out to center ice. Nickel, Belliot into the zone. Davidson, Jeff Davidson. Davidson has it again out to the point. Belliot, first miner's over. Deep to the corner. Belliot lost his stick, got bumped pretty hard by Bouchard, and in fact he's injured. Belliot, lump, dumps it into the zone. Cleared to the far side. And now Shaw clears. Ho has it for Winnetka. Chris Ho, near side. Up ahead for Blonsky. David Blonsky to the far side. Justin Millard. Millard into the zone. Millard with Bouchard. Now to the near side. Blonsky. The penalty's now over. Teams are back to full and equal strength. Cleared out ahead. And now Amicioli into the zone. Amicioli with a cranker, and that boomed wide. McElroy, Sean McElroy, kept it in the zone for Bouchard. Bouchard. McElroy, the shot, the goal! It's in! Sean McElroy with the goal! And it's 3-1 Edgewood. With the assist on the McElroy goal into the zone. Passing, fed it to the near side. Katz up ahead. McHugh, near side. McElroy picked up by Bess, cleared out ahead. McHugh, Bess with the cranker, and out of the rink. To play in the period. Face off in the skates and out to center ice. Jordy Katz back to Passon to the far side. Bess underneath him into the zone. Picked up there by D'Ameto, out and cleared to center ice. Passon back the other way. Here comes Granai. Robbie Granai into the zone. Pulled away, Lutz, McElroy, Sean McElroy, fed it ahead, now picked away, here's Lutz. Lutz back the other way, Lutz into the zone, the shot, the save, backdoor, no, McHugh couldn't get there in time. We got a penalty on McHugh coming up for high sticking at least, back behind the play. Mike McHugh, a minor for high sticking. And that one was just a little obvious. He got a hold of Gil Lafort with that stick after he couldn't get the back door. He brought that stick down pretty hard on the top of the head. Back behind the play. And a wee bit obviously. McElroy out to center ice by Lump, and Gilia has it up ahead for Bouchard. Adam Bouchard dropped past it. Bouchard to the corner with Will Nickel. Amicioli, the shot, the save, another shot. Amicioli again on a shot, and down on top of everything and grabbed, and 1st and 10. Depended on who grabbed hold of it, and they're saying that it was Nagelberg that eventually grabbed hold of it. A player can go down over the top of that. What he can't do is grab it in or deliberately stick his hand. I mean, he can stick his hand accidentally down on it, which is kind of a questionable call. But what he can't do is he can't freeze that by deliberately falling on it. If he was down, he already had it. Now the face-off is controlled by Winnetka up ahead, out to center ice. Shaw, Justin Shaw, the shot, the save by Nagelberg to the far side. Nickel out ahead. Shaw has it out at the point. Shaw with the shot, the save. Nickel to the near side. And Gilia kept it in the zone, and boy, did he crack somebody. Lutz. Shaw has it at the red line. Justin Shaw into the zone. Booms it high and wide. Nickel. Mangilia back behind the net. To the far side. Back to Shaw. There's the shot, the save. Mangilia there for the, Piccioli rather, there for the screen. Mangilia kept it in the zone. Near side. Piccioli. Out to Shaw. Lutz. Broke it up. Mangilia, there's the shot. Ran into Hassan out front. Short shot. The save. Bouchard got the shot away. Into the slot. 1st and 10. There's the dribbler. Into the slot. Here's Shaw with the turnaround. Another shot. Dribbles through the sticky wickets. Near side. McElroy. And Gilly over to the far side. Shaw, the penalty over. There's the shot, booms high and wide over here to the near side. Mangilia bounced around to the far side. And now Passon will clear it to take the icing and let the Warriors regroup. Edgewood, Rhode Island leads Winnetka, Illinois. This is the Peewee National Championship, Tier 2. There's the shot, bounce to the near side. Cats. Dribble around out to the point. Dumped in a little deep. Ricochets around a little bit. Winnetka having trouble getting it out of their own zone right now. Robertson, Ike Robertson, dumps it in. Near side, David Blonsky. Blonsky to the far side. Hopped ahead. Betty dumped it back in the zone. Near side. Now Katz in off the point. Katz tight. Boomed it wide. Over down the far side, Gavin. Gavin clears. That will be icing against Edgewood. And it is. Icing against Edgewood, Rhode Island. All the way down the network line. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast all season long. We still have more hockey yet to go, believe it or not. We still have the Chicago Showcase, the high school hockey all-star tournament. Teams from 32 states will be here. Bouchard to the far side. Now right into the slot. Popped free. Dan Best. Best with the cranker ran into traffic out front. Best to the corner, now cleared out and dumped back in by Passon. And the whistle, they called it intentional and move it all the way down. .353 to play here in the period. face-off out to the slot. There's from the high slot, the shot was taken by LaForte near side. To the corner. Kick free. Centered. Now there's the shot. Ran into traffic. Bouchard, another one. Shot saved. Another shot. Still free underneath everything and held on. And now some pushing and shoving going on. And I think, will we have penalties? Yeah. Coincidental penalties. We'll send coincidental roughs on Matt Passon and one for roughing and one for slashing. Coincidental penalties. Passon and Brent Derrick. Pair of 15s go sit for one for slashing and one for roughing. Into the slot, knocked away by Katz near side. Into the slot. Katz. Into the zone. Here's Shaw. Justin Shaw tried to backhand it out of the zone. Now picked up by Amichioli, who clears it. Skates it out. Over to the far side. Busted up by Nickel. Nickel dumps it into the zone. Back behind the net. Brought to the near side. And David Blonsky. Blonsky gave it up to Daverman. And then Amichioli stole it away. Amichioli into the zone. Near side. Popped ahead. McElroy now dodged Daverman. Drop pass. Daverman shot just high and wide. Brought to the near side. Blonsky. David Blonsky in deep. Give and go. And too long. Davidson's shot was wide. Nickel in deep with Shaw. Back behind the net. Near side. Cleared out ahead. Deep to the corner. Robertson. Now there's the shot. That's wide by Bess. Held into zone by Nickel. Wrapped around behind the net. Dan Bess has it. Bess sets it up. Right into the slot. Turnaround by Robertson. Blonsky back behind the goal. Bess back to Blonsky. Back over to the far side. Bess out to the point. Back in for Bess. Wrapped around to the near side. Blonsky. And Shaw picks it up. Clears it ahead. Held in the zone. Amichioli 3-on-2 break for Edgewood. Busted down McElroy. With Nickel near side. Sent to the far side. Frankie Izzo, now 1 minute to play here in the period. Near side. Pushed along. And the whistle and a penalty for elbowing coming up. On Tony Palumbo. Palumbo, a minor for elbowing. Flipped down into the zone. Katz to the far side. Fed ahead. Lutz to McHugh. Flipped in and cleared the length of the ice. Passon. Sets it up. Passes to the far side. Here's Daverman into the zone. Dodge Daverman. In tight. Shot. Shot it high and wide on the backhand. Up and held in the zone by Passon. Near side. Mangilia cleared it as we wind down the second period. Katz heads it back behind the net, and that'll do it for the period. At the end of the second period of play, the score: Edgewood, Rhode Island 2 and the Winnetka Warriors 1. This Edgewood, Rhode Island 3, Winnetka Warriors 1. I don't know what I said the first time. This is Mark Braun. Thanks very much. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And we invite you to stick around for the third period coming up in just a moment. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. And we're set to get underway with the third period of this one. The Winnetka Warriors and the Edgewood, Rhode Island Hawks. Now the face-off and controlled by Winnetka. Lutz into the zone. Lutz and Bouchard comes away with it for Edgewood. Bouchard tried to split into the defense. Passon took it away from him. Passon to the near side. Just underway with the third period. Here's Lutz. Lutz brings it up the ice. And two Edgewood players are injured back behind the play. One of them got up, and the second one, and an injury back behind the play. 14:34 to play in the period. 41 seconds on the minor, and Brent and Derek slowly got up. Derek and Bouchard blindsided each other back behind the play. And the Winnetka team was upset about the way the whistle was called, but it's referee's discretion, and in this case it was linesman's discretion based on the injury. At any time they can blow that whistle for an injury. You try not to take away team advantage, but nonetheless. McHugh to the far side. Bouchard. And a Bouchard up ahead of Amicioli. Amicioli into the zone. Amicioli centered it for Bouchard, and instead it picked away by Bess. Bess ahead for McHugh. Mike McHugh into the zone. McHugh shot. Ran into Mangilia. Bouchard up ahead. Bess. Bess cranks in the save. Rebound. Oh, just wide by Lutz. Near side. In the corner, out to the point. Passon has it. Pass it over to the far side. And there's the shot. Ricochets around a little bit. Now centering attempt. That's busted up by Bouchard. Near side out to Passon. No. Didn't get there. Now McElroy ahead for Amicioli, and instead it's picked up by Holt. Up, and now here's Lutz. Lutz into the zone. Lutz for Beth. Back for Lutz. And dribbles through. And a whistle. We got a penalty for slashing coming up on Winnetka. Mike McHugh, a minor for slashing. He got the goalie as he went by. Tom Gullen has a look of anguish upon his face when he found out from Mike McHugh. McHugh, a minor for slashing. Will Nickel. Bouchard into the zone. Daverman. Dodge Daverman. Bouchard clears. Demetto. He went down. Daverman with it. Right in for Lump. Shoots and scores! Roger Lump with the goal, and it's 3-2, short-handed goal for the Winnetka Warriors. Bouchard, far side. McElroy in for Amicioli. The puck squirts towards the goal. Knocked away. Now Bouchard, the shot, the save by Dagelberg. Back behind the net, Amicioli. Amicioli out to the wing. In for McElroy. Sean McElroy tried to sweep through. Now here's Lutz. He picks it up. And cleared. Angelia brings it up for Edgewood. Angelia straight ahead. Angelia into the zone. Drop pass into Amicioli. Near side. Out to the point and cleared. Angelia near side. Amicioli tried to center it off the base of the net near side. Out for Justin Shaw. Over to the far side. Angelia. There's the shot. Oh, right through the crease near side. Justin Shaw couldn't keep it in the zone. Shaw back with Davidson on him. Miners over to Amicioli. Into the zone. Cranks the save. The rebound. Shot to the corner. Lump. Hode. Up free. Hode. Near side. Up ahead. Into the zone. Davidson to the far side. Back into the zone. Palumbo, and now picked away from him. Got a penalty coming up for slashing on Winnetka. Chris Hode, a minor for slashing at 10:46 to play in the period. Hole minor for slashing. Time of the penalty, 10:46 left to play in the period. Offside at the face-off. Now the draw back to the defense, over to the near side. Flipped into the zone. Here's Lutz bringing it out. Lutz into the zone. There's the shot. The goal! And we're tied at 3. Short-handed goal. Danny Lutz puts it home. Danny Lutz with the goal. And it's 3-3. Near side. Adam Bouchard had it underneath his skates. He and Lutz, and they push it along the boards right down here in front of us. Cleared over to the far side. Now Lutz tried to get it in the zone. He got a penalty coming up for elbowing. Minor for elbowing on Adam Bouchard. Bouchard a minor for elbowing at 10:07. Back, Angelia. Up ahead, Daverman. Daverman dumps it into the zone. Shot in the save. Back around behind the net, over to the far side. Shaw brings it up the ice. Shaw into the zone. Shaw, shot, the save. Nickel to the far side, out ahead, out to the point, ran off the leg. Mangilia back behind the net, brought to the near side, and cleared. Here's McHugh into the zone. McHugh sets it up. Got bumped by Amicioli. Shaw, far side, out ahead. Here's Amicioli into the zone. Amicioli takes the shot, the save. Katz wraps it around to the near side. Demento dumped it in deep. Cleared ahead, out to center ice, and the Winnetka penalty over. Sent the man out a second too soon. Cleared the length of the ice, and that'll be icing against Winnetka. Icing against Winnetka. Near side. Now that wrapped around to the far side. Blonsky. Up ahead, Bess. Into the zone. Bess with the cranker. The kick save. Nice save. There's a shot. Ran into traffic. In tight shot. Save. In to the near side. Robertson avoided the check. Shot by Blonsky. Robertson. Out and out to center ice. Nickel. Held in the zone, and Bess got hurt. Dan Bess, injured, comes off the ice. Centered ahead, and now in deep, back behind the goal. Bunch of pushing and shoving, a penalty on Bouchard. Coming up, premature substitution. Premature substitution for the goalie on Winnetka. Will whistle it down, and the faceoff will come out to center ice. Winnetka, premature substitution, a minor on Bouchard for charging. What happened was Winnetka sent the man out for the goalie before the goalie got to the bench. Premature substitution, whistled the play down. But Bouchard will go sit 2 minutes for charging, back behind the goal there. Bouchard, his third penalty, I believe, on the night. Here's Roger Lump into the zone. Lump takes the shot, the save, and held on. And bumping a little afterwards. And a penalty coming up on Sean McElroy. And now he's going to call one on Davidson for hitting McElroy as McElroy was being sent off, and an unsportsman penalty on Davidson for hitting McElroy after the play. Coincidental penalties. Coincidental minors. McElroy got the penalty for slashing, and then Jeff Davidson McElroy got a minor for slashing, and Jeff Davidson got a minor for unsportsmanlike conduct. So there's a coincidental penalty now into the zone. There's the shot. Ran through Angelia, cleared the length of the ice. Edgewood with 2 penalties. McElroy got the initial slash, and then Davidson hit him with his stick as McElroy was going to the bench, to the penalty box. Daverman to the corner with Mangelia. Bump. He got bumped. We got a penalty for check from behind, I believe. A 2 and 10 on a check from behind. Angelia. Yep, 2 and 10 for a check from behind on Angelia. Roger Lump injured. Angelia minor for check from behind. That's a 2 and 10. Someone will have to sit. Whistle. And they have to have a player in the penalty box, I think is the question. I think there's something on the coach being warned over there. And somebody else has to come in to serve the penalty. There you go, serving the minor. There wasn't anybody serving the minor, and then I think also the assistant coach of Edgewood was warned about talking to players going off the as they were going off the ice. Passing with the shot, wide. And the goalie for Edgewood didn't know where it was. Out ahead, here's Passon. Here's the shot, the save. Marcello doing an outstanding job for Edgewood. And goal. Out to Passon. Winnetka with 2-man advantage. Now there's the cranker, pulled out of the air, grabbed and held on by Marcello. And some discussion afterwards. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you. A little get to know you there in the crease. Offside. I think they have a question on who comes out of the box and when and where. That's what the discussion is. It's all what's on the clock, because the two the minors were coincidental. So as soon as the whistle blows after the time on the penalty, that's when they come out. Everybody else is up on the clock, with the exception of the misconduct, which doesn't matter because he's done for the night anyway. So I don't know what all the arguing was all about. Everything's up on the clock at this point. Passon over to the far side. There's the shot, the save, pulled away near side out to the point. Passon dumps it into the corner. Back out to Passon. Passon cranks. Goal! No goal. No goal. Batted in with a high stick, I believe. No goal. No goal. No goal. Winnetka player played it with a high stick. No goal. Batted in with a high stick by Winnetka. It was in the net, but batted in with a high stick. No goal. Played with a high stick. And timeout Winnetka. No goal, play with a high stick. 6:12 to play in the period. 3-3 tie. Winnetka takes a timeout. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. And we're ready to get underway following the Winnetka timeout. Play with a high stick, brought it into the Winnetka end. They've got a two-man advantage. Now pop free, here's Lutz. Lutz over to the far side, here's Bess. Bess, drop past it. McHugh, shot, save, rebounds, goal! Daddy Lutz puts it home, and it's 4-3. Near side. Winnetka still with the man advantage. There were two penalties being served at the time. Dumped into the zone. Winnetka had the two-man advantage. Near side. Up ahead. Amicioli. Bouchard. Bouchard back behind the net. Back to the near side. Nickel. Nickel ahead for Daverman. Dodge Daverman. And Bouchard. Amicioli into the zone. Amicioli tried to center it, and he got knocked down. I think he thought he had a tripping call, but it wasn't really. He just sort of fell over the stick. There's the shot, the save. Didn't know where it was. Pop free. Net is dislodged. I think Brian Marcello thought he had it in his glove, and it wasn't. It was actually back on the back side. It was the Winnetka player in his exuberance to get to the puck. It dislodged it, and the faceoff comes outside. Timeout, Edgewood. Timeout, Edgewood. 4-3, Winnetka leads Edgewood, Rhode Island, and the timeout. While they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Underway. 5:01 to play in the third period. 6 seconds left on the lone minor still being served. And there's the shot, the save. Marcello grabs it and holds on. As the penalty expires, we're all copacetic finally again. With the exception of the player sitting for the check from behind misconduct. Telling him again, make the line change. Too late for the line change. McHugh, they kick it along the boards. Pop free, Winnetka, up for Bess. Bounced around a little bit, go up into the skates. Now backhand by Lutz, ran into traffic. Lutz again, and Bouchard knocked it down. Anna Bouchard, near side, up ahead. Here comes Bouchard into the zone. Shot, the save. Dribbles over, back behind the goal. Hand pass, but it'll be copacetic as we go to Winnetka. Bess, up ahead for McHugh. Shaw, Justin Shaw has it. Shaw will skate it straight ahead. Shaw, give it to the far side, into the zone. Katz. Clears it out to the point and all the way down. And icing against Winnetka. Icing against Winnetka. 3:51 to play in the period. Icing against Winnetka. Moves it back into the Winnetka end. Near side. And pass, I believe. Frozen in some form. And a face-off. Now they draw to the far side and dumped into the zone by Davidson. Back goes Shaw. Shaw up ahead. Dribbles to the goal. Near side. Got a penalty coming up on Edgewood. Wansky ramps it around to the near side. Nickel. And the whistle as the Michioli comes up with it for slashing. Edgewood penalty for slashing on Michioli. Drew Michioli about it for slashing. Time of the penalty, 3:05 to play in the period. Let's go, please. Lutz with the shot to save. Passing out to the point. There's the shot. Ran into Lutz. Katz deep off the point. McHugh out to Lutz at the point. Lutz with the shot. Bouchard knocked it down. Up ahead from McElroy. He avoided the check. Puck at the center ice area. Picked up by Dan Best. Over to the far side. Mike McHugh. McHugh into the zone. McHugh give and go for Best and just a little bit overlap with the pass. The near side. Now right in for Lutz. Shot. And a piece of it, I think. It's another shot into Marcello, and he dives and holds on. I'll tell you something. The more I'm seeing the saves of Brian Marcello, the more I am impressed with this goaltender for Edgewood. He has done an outstanding job, considering he's had to play practically this whole third period with a lack of a full contingent in front of him. Pushing it along on the far side boards. Pops free. Wansky. Sent it in deep. Daverman. And popped free. Good job and cleared by Brent Derrick. Jordy Katz up ahead for Daverman. And Derrick tried to dump it in deeper. Now Davidson has it. Jeff Davidson overskated it. Bouchard. Here's passing the other way. Hassan back behind the net. Sent around to the near side, out to Passon at center ice. And Passon dumps it in. And then got stick handled a little bit by Derrick. Now Davidson in tight. Oh, just dribbles wide. Blonsky. Lutz with Shaw. Pop free. Centered, Passon, shot, ran into traffic, and back the other way comes Brent Derrick. The Miners over, 1 minute to play in the game. Near side, Misioli now out to the point. There's the shot, knocked down by Bouchard. Far side, Shaw, Derrick. Mike Robertson, 40 seconds to play, round to the near side, out and cleared to the point Bouchard. Amicioli. Center. Shot saved. Derek, another attempt and knocked away from him. A lot of sticky wickets in front. There's the shot just wide by Amicioli. Over to the far side, Shaw in deep to the corner. Picked up by Edgewood. Oh, oversticked it. Under 10 seconds to play in the period. Out to the point. Held in the zone. Picked up, cleared it to the open net, but that's it. Final score, the Winnetka Warriors 4 and the Edgewood, Rhode Island Hawks 3. This broadcast has been brought to you by the broadcasting rights granted by the Metro Chicago Sports Network, solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any reproduction or any use of descriptions and accounts of this game without the express written consent of Metro Chicago Sports Network is strictly prohibited and infringement of the copyright. This game was pre-recorded for presentation at this time. This is Mark Braun, independent producer of these broadcasts, solely responsible for its content. I thank you very much, and I say, down the network line, so long, everybody. And those of you locally at the rink, we have the awards presentation coming up. For those of you down the network line, we say, so long. And now we say again, so long, everybody.